Welcome back to the Morning Blend. With increasing national student debt, many people question the value of a college degree. Research proves that over the course of a career, college graduates earn $1 million more than high school graduates without a degree in a lifetime. Incredible. Dr. Laurie M. Joyner, president of St. Xavier University, is here to share what education means for the prospective college students. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let's talk about, we're calling it the real costs of higher education. There's so much information out there about student debt, but how do you characterize the real costs?
Well, I think the important thing for students and families is to recognize that the issue is affordability. And I think what often happens, Molly, is that individuals see the sticker price or the advertised price and think, oh my gosh, that is undoable for our family. But I want to encourage people to not pay too much attention to that, because really very few families actually pay that cost. For example, at my own institution, St. Xavier University, 100% of our students receive a generous financial aid package, and we just did a comparison in the state of Illinois and found out that St. Xavier University is actually the most affordable Catholic university in the state and one of the best value institutions in the entire Midwest. And so the price of a private education is often much more similar to that of a public institution. You just really have to compare the net cost, not the sticker price.
So what is your advice then for parents and students who want to assess what the real cost is of a higher education?
Well, first of all, there's great websites that you can visit. For example, collegenavigator.com will allow you to compare the net cost of a number of similar types of institutions. But the other thing is you really need to be a critical consumer and ask important questions. For example, what is the first to second year retention rate at particular institutions? What's the four-year graduation rate? That is a really important factor, because we know that private institutions tend to have a larger proportion of their student population actually complete their degree in 4 years versus a public institution. And so the reason that's so critical is because you're paying an extra year of tuition and fees, plus all those opportunity costs by not being in the labor force that additional year. The other thing I would ask is, what are the job placement rates? So for example, at St. Xavier, we're really excited that 100% of our nursing students are employed or pursuing additional education shortly after graduation, and 9 out of 10 of our arts and science majors or business majors are also employed shortly after graduation or going on for their graduate degree. So really exploring the net cost of attendance, actual performance in terms of retention and four-year graduation rate, and also asking about those job placement rates. All of those things are really critical.
Yeah, really important questions to ask. You mentioned that the cost of a private education is probably more affordable than a lot of people might think. So how do you characterize the difference in cost between public and private?
Well, again, when we did this comparison, we found that the average net cost for a St. Xavier family is only about $15,000 a year, which really surprises people because it's much closer to what they would expect to pay for a public four-year college degree than they would for a private education. The other thing that's really critical is looking at the mission of the school and also the size. So at a place like St. Xavier, our student-faculty ratio is only about 13:1. And so, you know, our students get a very personalized experience. Our faculty truly understand their strengths and their weaknesses and their aspirations, and help to develop a four-year plan, both a curricular plan as well as a co-curricular plan, to help those students get where they're going. That's going to be much more difficult to achieve if you're at a large public institution with maybe 30 or 40,000 students.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. I know people can go to sxu.edu to find out more information. Thank you for your time, Doctor.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
We appreciate it.